I had 200 loot boxes in Overwatch, so I decided to record myself opening them for posterity and judgment. For those of you that don't know, loot boxes are an in-game surprise mechanic whereby players can receive a chance to obtain an in-game item. In Overwatch, players have a chance to obtain sprays, voice lines, victory poses, emotes, highlight intros, and skins, or let's just call them costumes for now. These are all virtual products. Well, not even that really. They are supplementary items to the actual product, the game Overwatch. Unto themselves they hold no real world value. Indeed, none of these items affect Overwatch as a game other than cosmetically, the look, the sound, etc. That's one thing I like about Overwatch. For a game about quick, fast-paced matches, Overwatch provides no technical advantages to players because of time played. The best, veteran, elite player and the newest of noobs will have the exact same tools to play with. The only real advantage in Overwatch is skill, knowledge and teamwork. So why the loot boxes? Incentive. Few things look better in Overwatch than seeing that veteran, elite player achieve player of the game. That's where someone achieves the most eliminations in the shortest space of time. And watching the veteran special highlight intro with their character wearing a special costume, followed by a special victory pose. To players that don't have these, they can feel left out or lacking. But to get these special items, you first need to get loot boxes. So how do you obtain loot boxes? Firstly, keep playing until you gain enough experience points to level, whereby you will receive a loot box. Secondly, complete weekly challenges to receive a loot box for every 3 games won, up to a total of 3 loot boxes. Both of these options are free and only require that you play the game, but they take up time, so if you're in a rush or impatient, there is a third option: buy loot boxes. Here's where a lot of controversy comes into play. What if that noob we spoke of wants to look as good as the veteran, but doesn't have the patience to level or complete challenges? Well, no worries, just spend money. But how much money? As of the date of this video's upload, Overwatch has a total of 3,531 unlockable items. Every loot box contains 4 items, so you will need 883 loot boxes to get every item. Loot boxes, again as of this date, are £34.99 for 50. To get everything at the start of the game, someone would have to spend £629.82. Sounds crazy, right? Well, let's say you're a rich aunt or uncle and your niece or nephew has got Overwatch for their birthday. Wouldn't you be the best, most amazing uncle or aunt ever if you spent all that money on getting little Dave every item in the game in one go? Yes, but that's never going to happen, and here's where this video comes into its own. At the beginning of this video you may have seen some of the numbers involved. In case you didn't or don't want to go back and start counting, I'll fill you in. My Overwatch game told me I had 448 items still to unlock, spread over 32 characters. This number is currently unachievable because the loot boxes I have were obtained outside of an event. What are events? I'll talk about events a little later. For now, let's focus on the unlockable items. The actual achievable amount of unlockable items in my game is 202. To unlock all these items I would need 51 loot boxes. So £34.99 spent on the Blizzard store where you can buy these loot boxes, plus 1 box from leveling or challenges. But I have 200 loot boxes, and with each box containing 4 items I have almost 4 times the amount needed to unlock everything. So I'm good, right? At the start of this video, I had 202 items to unlock. After opening every loot box I had, at the end of this video, I will have 139 items still to unlock. I only managed to unlock 63 items, just over a third of my original unlockables. So what happened? If you've been watching, you might see some or most of the items popping out of the loot boxes sparkling and dropping coins. These are duplicates. When opening loot boxes, Overwatch doesn't filter out items you have already unlocked, so you can get the same items again as duplicates. The more items you already have, the more likely you are to get duplicates, as you can see from this video. My 200 loot boxes popped out 800 items, again 4 times the amount I needed. If I had bought these loot boxes, they would have set me back £139.96. For that almost £140, I would have received 737 duplicates, or random amounts of credits. What are credits, I hear you ask? Credits are Overwatch's in-game currency that can be spent to obtain specific items you want to unlock, cutting out the middleman, that is the loot box. The sparkling from the duplicates is the game acknowledging that these are duplicates and providing credits in exchange. Loot boxes also have a chance to pop out credits instead of items, which, theoretically, allows a player to choose items instead of gambling for them. Cool. So I can buy the stuff I didn't get, right? Receiving credits from loot boxes nets you less than what the unlockable items are worth. Duplicates provide even less. For example, to buy a legendary skin or costume will set you back 1000 credits. Receiving a legendary amount of credits from a loot box provides 500 credits, half the required amount. A duplicate of a legendary costume gives you 200 credits in exchange, 1/5 of the required amount. But that's only the legendary stuff. More likely as not, you'll get common duplicates, which will net you a mind-boggling 5 credits. Despite these insultingly low numbers, by the end of this video, I will have received 12,855 credits for an end total of 15,815 credits. I could buy 15 legendary costumes, plus have the change for other stuff, and that's even if I have that many legendary skins to buy. But wait, there's a catch. Remember earlier I said I had 448 items to unlock? Remember I mentioned events? Events are active for a limited time, say 3 weeks, and are usually themed such as Halloween, Christmas, summer, etc. If loot boxes are obtained outside of these events, they are standard loot boxes and can't be used to obtain event-specific items. Those 200 loot boxes? Useless during the Archives event, useless during Christmas. If you want to get a Snowman Roadhog, you have to wait for Christmas. If you want a Year of the Bull Orisa, you have to wait for Chinese New Year. But there is one time of year where all 3,531 items are available to unlock for a short 3-week period, and that is during the anniversary event. Our theoretical uncle or aunt would have to wait until the event was live, then spend almost £630 on the special anniversary loot boxes. However, every event adds items to obtain, so that 3,531 number will get bigger, so more loot boxes will be needed, so more money will need to be spent. The problem is, of course, as we have already discovered, having the necessary amount of loot boxes does not guarantee achieving all items. To make matters worse, special event items cost more than standard items. That legendary costume I could buy for 1,000 credits? An event version costs 3,000 credits. I could save up credits from opening my loot boxes during the year, but even so, the 15,000 credits I got from my 200 loot boxes would buy exactly 5 event costumes. But I started with 448 items to unlock. Despite only 202 items being available, I only got 63. That means when the anniversary event rolls around, I will have 385 items to unlock, 246 of which are special event items. Again, Overwatch doesn't filter items that can be received from loot boxes. I will have as much chance of getting a standard item as much as an event item, and duplicates of both. Credits can't be directly bought either, so it's a roll of the dice on loot boxes, or nothing. 202 items to unlock, equal to 51 loot boxes or £35. 200 loot boxes, or £140 later, I unlocked 63 items, with 139 still to unlock. I received 737 duplicates or credit bundles, allowing me to directly purchase 15 of the most expensive items. The same amount of credits would allow me to directly purchase 5 special items. Do you see now why I recorded this video? I will put all the numbers up at the end of the video so they can be looked over properly, but I want to say this. Loot boxes have come under fire in recent years, thanks to the comparison to gambling. In my eyes, loot boxes, especially those revolving around limited time events, are worse. I managed to get 200 loot boxes and more from playing the weekly challenges. I just never bothered to open them. What would be the point? More duplicates, more piddling amounts of credits, more disappointment. But some people don't reach this level of pessimism. Some people have addictive personalities who can't help but spend money on these things. These people don't even know what they're getting into because, why would they? This is a computer game, not the local bookies. Considering how few items I got from the large amount of loot boxes I had, it worries me how much people might end up spending to get everything. Worse, other games don't limit themselves to cosmetics, working loot boxes or other surprise mechanics into the game itself. It's bad when games lock content away until you pump it full of real money to buy it. It's worse when that money only buys you a chance at getting something. If you're buying loot boxes for computer games, you might as well just burn your wallet. The next few minutes of this video will just be the recording of me opening the loot boxes, so if you want you can skip ahead to the end. Unless of course you're doing this for research purposes, in which case, carry on. I hope this video has been informative, and if it applies to yourself, makes you think twice about spending real money on non-existent items. Thank you for watching.